guys, you know what? I'm going to make a little video, a little one-shot vlog on the real when it comes to trucking. You know, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of people are making these videos to inform drivers that are coming into the industry just how, or just what to expect once you get behind the wheel. A lot of people make it, and I kind of do too. I talk about the bad stuff, but I talk about the good stuff too. But I have yet to really make a video, I don't think, expressly or specifically about the negatives in truck driving. So here we go. And in case you all haven't noticed, my videos are not exactly rehearsed. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, you know, I started driving a truck about 9 years ago, and I loved the idea of it. You know, I mean, I was single. I was 23 when I started driving, and I loved it. I loved the open road. I loved being out here. But there are some things that you may not understand or grasp before you get behind the wheel. Well, let me just get down to it. How many of you guys like to take showers in your own home? How many of you guys like to sleep in your own bed? How many of you guys like to get adequate sleep? How many of you guys like to be able to plan your weekends? How many of you guys like to stay home with family as much as possible? How many like to see your friends as much as possible? How many of you guys have hobbies? Who out there likes home-cooked food? Who out there likes regular exercise? Who out there is very health conscious about how they treat themselves? You know, if you're any one of those guys, any one of that type, then, well, it's going to be rough for you out here. You're going to run into a lot of crap on the road. You're going to run into traffic jams. You're going to run into bad accidents. You know, you're going to see some things you wish you'd never seen. I've seen, I've seen dead bodies on the road. Luckily covered in sheets, but you see a lot of crap, and then not to mention the truck stop scenario. A lot of drivers or a lot of people think, well, they'll just stop at a truck stop, get a shower and whatnot every single day before they become a truck driver. That's what they think. They think they'll just make time to stop at a truck stop every day, get a shower. Well, it doesn't work that way. Depending on your schedule, you might not have time to stop at a truck stop. You might have to go from the shipper to the receiver and take your break at the receiver. And in that case, you may not have the time to stop for an hour, to go inside and wait for a shower and take your shower. There might be a long line ahead of you for that shower. And you might go weeks without sleeping in your own bed. You're gonna see it. You're gonna be exposed to a lot of dirty truck stops. You cannot be picky. You're gonna be treated like crap by dispatchers and by brokers. You're gonna be woken up, whatever. You're gonna be that in the middle of the night by a broker wondering if you're gonna be on time for your delivery the next morning. Because they don't care about your sleep. They don't care if they interrupt your sleep. You're gonna have to answer to people that you think you shouldn't have to answer to. You're gonna get in arguments with your dispatcher over stuff. They're not gonna get you home when you ask to be home sometimes, even if you ask weeks in advance. Something might happen where you just can't get home. Maybe your truck breaks down on your way home, and you're 700-800 miles away from home, and so they got to tow it to a dealership. And the dealership, it might be a Friday, well, it might be Friday night, and the dealership doesn't open back up until Monday morning. So guess what? There goes your entire weekend because your truck broke down. You might go to a shipper or a receiver, and the load may not be ready, and because of that, it may not be ready for a day or so, and there may not be anything else in that area for you to take. So you have to sit there and wait, especially if you're a company driver, because you cannot make the executive order, the executive decision to deadhead 500 miles, and find a better load. So you have to sit there and wait for that load to be done. And again, it might be a weekend where the shipper or the receiver goes home and closes their doors, and you're stuck there for the whole weekend because the load wasn't ready. You're going to deal with bad drivers, and that's including other big rig drivers, other truck drivers. You're going to, you're going to be dealing with some bad ones, bad drivers all the way around. They're going to cut you off. They're going to slam on their brakes in front of you. They're going to then flip you off because for some godforsaken reason they think that you're at fault. You're going to want to get a dash cam. You're going to want to make sure that you're recording. There are a lot of things that make this job difficult. You're going to have to put up with crappy pay, especially as a new driver. I've been working 9 years and I make pretty good money now. But I had to work my way into what I do. I had to work through the crappy jobs and deal with the crappy dispatchers. And I still deal with crappy brokers or whatever. You're never away from that, but at least you learn the job and you learn what you can do to make better money. You're going to deal with bad weather. You're going to be running through windstorms or heavy wind that's so bad you're going to have to literally fight to keep your truck on the road. And you're going to wonder if your truck is going to stay on all 18 wheels. You're going to drive through some really slippery, really deep snow. There's just going to be times where you're going to just have to do it. Yeah, if it gets too dangerous, be smart about it and pull over. But you can't sit out every single storm. If you sit out every single storm, well, for one, you're not going to make any money, and two, depending on the company you're at, they're going to get tired of you sitting out every time you see a snowflake, and they're going to fire you. You have to work. You have to be willing to work. It's mentally stressful, this job. It is a very stressful job. Sure, yeah, we sit on our butts all day long. Physically, it may not be a very strenuous job. At times it might be. But for the most part, it's not a very strenuous job physically. But mentally, it is exhausting. As I said, you're going to be away from your family for days or weeks or months on end. They're going to have to be okay with that. The divorce rate for truck drivers is through the roof. I'm not saying you can't make it work. I'm married. But the divorce rate is through the roof in this industry. Some people choose not to get married or even get close to anybody simply because they're a truck driver and they don't want to put anybody else through it. It's a dangerous job. As I mentioned, the weather. That's dangerous. And again, you got the bad drivers. They make it dangerous. You have to be on your toes at all times and be prepared for someone to pop out from around that corner. You always have to be thinking one step ahead. You always want to be looking down that road. Right now, this highway, as you can tell, I'm on Highway 30. It's not an interstate, it's just a divided highway. But as you can see, there's pretty much no traffic. But you always want to be looking as far down the road as you can. And start looking for brake lights. If you see a whole bunch of brake lights, prepare to come to a stop. You know, there's just something else as a driver. I've heard of drivers telling their company that they will not drive in the rain, they will not drive at night, they will not drive in the snow, they will not drive in anything other than a beautiful sunny day like it is right now. And once it gets dark, they pull over and park it. You cannot do that. You cannot be scared to drive in weather that is anything but beautiful like it is right now. Alright, you're a truck driver, for God's sakes, act like it. You know, most of these vlogs, a lot of these vlogs that you see out here from truck drivers, you know, whoever it may be, sure I'll name drop a few. You got Trucker Josh, which I like Trucker Josh. I'll watch Trucker Josh just to put myself in a better mood after having a crappy day driving my truck. Because he's very positive. But even he admits that there's a lot of things you don't see throughout his day. You know, there's a lot of crap he deals with that he may not put on the video. And he admits it. If you watch enough of his videos, you'll see that Trucker Josh admits that it's a very damn it, the word just completely left my head. It's a very angering job sometimes. That wasn't the word I was looking for, but it'll work. You know, because, you know, things happen. Frustrating, that's the word I was looking for. It's a very frustrating job. You know, but then you also got people like Ike Stevens, and you got Lil Dog, and you got people like that try to be a little more real about the job. You got Jake Now. You got Trucking Exec, which even though he's not an actual trucker, he seems to understand a lot of the plight that truckers go through, and I really respect that about him. You know, and you got, you know, so I mean, you do have people that keep it real, but even they have, you know, vlogs that just are all happy-go-lucky. So if you're gonna cherry pick, you're not gonna, you know, then you'll be able to find nothing but happy-go-lucky vlogs on trucking, and then you're gonna be in for a rude awakening when you come out here. So, anyways, guys, keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off there. It's already 14 minutes long right now, so it might be less if I edit it down a little bit. I don't know. We'll see if I feel like editing it or if I just want to keep this whole thing genuine and real. That makes sense, right? So guys, you take it easy. And I'm going to finish my drive to Allentown.